Hey there, this is Nick at OpenSpace, the new hackerspace in Milano, Italia, and today I want to show off to you some of the cool stuff that's going on with our new EasyEngine-Backup-Restore script. So if you know EasyEngine, you know how easy it is to maintain all your sites, whether they're WordPress sites or not, hosted on your server, and it's really cool. The only thing that it doesn't do is backup and restore. So we made a script for that, and it's actually really easy to use, and it backs up and restores everything you have on the server. So this is a short overview. If you want the complete version of this video, you can find the link in the description. I'm going to just go ahead and install it. You can see all the features it has here, but I'm just going to get right to it. So I can just simply copy these commands on a already existing installation of the EasyEngine. This is our actual WordPress site, so it's actually the real deal. We'll just go ahead and install it. Now, the only thing we have to do afterwards is configure the settings. As you can see here, we actually already have the script installed on this machine, so the config file is already populated, but I'll just walk you through it. It's extremely simple. Since this is a Ubuntu machine, it'll ask us if we want to perform the full installation, even with the PHP, MyAdmin, stack, and other things that EasyEngine installs, as this script actually also installs EasyEngine just to make sure everything is correct. Just so you know, the script is idempotent, so it won't hurt anything. If you already have it installed, it'll just make sure that everything is up to date, and you can safely install on any existing EasyEngine installation. Now, I just skipped it because we already have it installed. Let me just show you the config file. So admin email address. This is the backups encryption passphrase. You just generate one on your first run with pwgen421 and paste it inside here. Always keep that safe on your password manager or piece of paper in a vault, whatever you want. Just always make sure you have that, otherwise your S3 backups are useless. Of course, this is only if you use S3. You can also just back up locally and then move them off the server some other way with SFTP or Nextcloud, whatever you want. This is going to keep a minimum local backup number of 1 archive, maximum 42, and it's going to occupy a max of 8 gigabytes of storage. So in this case, I've activated S3 backups. Duplicity, our backup engine, is going to keep at least 12 months of history on our S3 storage server. It's also going to upload an archive every first of the month, just to be sure to have an independent, a duplicity independent backup archiving solution, just to have two separate things. And these are our S3 credentials. So as soon as you've done that, you're ready to actually run the script. So like that, and back up. And it's going to start the script, and we're just going to let it run. It's going to first back up locally, then it's going to do a test restore from S3, and then it's going to actually back up to S3. Now it's purging some backups because there's not enough disk space. Just let it run. This backup script runs every night, and it does everything automatically, and even emails you if something goes wrong. So let's just let it run, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so as you can see, the backup is complete. It has copied all the relevant info from all the sites, whether they're WordPress or non-WordPress sites. It has created an archive. It has updated the archive on the S3 storage server, and it's done. So now let me show you on a completely new machine, which is blank. Of course, you should never run anything off of a fresh machine. You should always harden it first. We have a script that does just that. Check the description for that, but I'm going to just show it off to you to show you how easy it is to do without any prior setup required. So I'm just going to run the exact same commands on the new machine to install EasyEngine-Backup-Restore. This is also going to actually install EasyEngine itself, so we don't have to do anything else. In the meantime, I'm going to get the details off of the old server. Of course, this is not a real case, real life scenario. You would always have this backup passphrase somewhere safe, because you can't, of course, rely on the old server. to have good backups, otherwise you're useless. And we're going to simply populate the config file on the new server as well, and we're going to be ready to restore all of our websites on this server. So our script also activates Let's Encrypt TLS certificates. I've changed the DNS settings for one of the websites to point to this machine, so you can see how easy it is to also set up Let's Encrypt for all your new websites on the new server. If you want to be walked through the DNS changes you need to make, just run this restore script without any argument involving Let's Encrypt. I'll show you the advanced usage in a second, and it'll guide you through setting up all the relevant DNS records. Now we're going to run a non-interactive restore, meaning that it's going to automatically enable PHP for non-WordPress sites and automatically opportunistically enable Let's Encrypt for the sites. So if the DNS settings are already correct, good. Otherwise, it's going to simply skip that website and not prompt you. So it's a completely non-interactive restore. This works for hundreds of websites at a time. You don't have to sit there and actually press return at every website. Otherwise, if you want to be walked through it, just don't use any arguments and you'll be good to go. So just to show you the advanced usage in the meantime, I'm going to go on advanced restore page, and these are the valid arguments. And in this case, we're going to skip the full install just because we don't need it right now. And we're going to edit the config file. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and type in our email address, paste in our backup passphrase. Then down here we're going to specify, of course, that we want S3 backup and restore functionality, and then we're going to insert our S3 credentials. Of course, you can regenerate these on the S3 website with your username and password. You don't have to actually store them anywhere. Just always keep in mind also you can self-host your S3 storage server with Minio, so that's a great thing to do. Definitely consider doing that. So good, our config file is ready. So we're gonna run restore just like this. So a non-interactive one with some extra arguments, but you can also just run the normal one like this, and it'll ask you for the various questions. Otherwise, we'll just say to skip the EE install. Because we just did that, we're going to skip the local backup, even though since it's empty, it would only add up for 10 seconds. But we don't have to delete an existing site because it's a blank machine. We're going to enable PHP on websites that are not WordPress sites, and we're going to activate LE opportunistically on the various sites we go and restore. So it's going to alert us on what it's going to do, and then we're just going to say we're not going to roll this machine back in time because it's a new machine. We're not going to feed a standalone archive. We actually want to restore from S3, so we're just going to press that, and it's going to actually download all the archive from S3, check that it's correct, of course, and then go ahead and restore it. So let's just let it run for a second. Okay, so after only a few minutes, it has finished successfully downloading all the backup archive from S3, and it's going to evaluate each and every site, create it with EasyEngine, move all the backed up data about that website, try and activate Let's Encrypt if the DNS checks are correct already in this machine, and it's going to activate PHP for non-WordPress sites, and it's going to just do everything by itself, absolutely by itself. Let's let it run for a few minutes. Okay, so this is a website for which I've changed the DNS settings, and you'll see that the DNS checks succeed, and it's going to activate Let's Encrypt automatically. First time it takes a little bit, as you've seen. It has to download WordPress, it has to download Let's Encrypt, and a few other things, but it's going to work, and all the other websites are going to be even faster. So let's let it run. Okay, so as you can see, it has restored all the sites, and I'm going to just show you the website for which we also have the TLS certificate generated, and it works perfectly. Has all the content restored. Also, all tables for WordPress sites are restored, so even your users, everything is absolutely exactly as before. Keep in mind this is alpha software, so of course don't rely on it 100%. Always make sure that your backups actually are performed correctly, that your restores work on a test virtual private server, for instance. And let us know what you think and how it's working for you. And thanks for watching.